Hey, welcome to the second episode of Beer League Sports Banter. I am your host, Jordan Laustel. To my right is Lee McLeod, the rambling drunk idiot. To my left is Warren Douglas,
Make it the whole show.
puking idiot.
He had the flu, I think he came down with. Anyway.
Easily.
No, he just
flu-like symptoms.
couldn't handle his
Yeah,
liquor.
he did have flu-like symptoms. You can see him going in and out of the bathroom about 3 times.
Yeah. I actually walked into the bathroom and he was sitting on the floor.
Okay. Alright, we don't need to throw anyone under the bus. Let's just carry on here.
I thought it was funny.
Ooh,
Anyways, so we'd like to thank our 300 viewers on YouTube for tuning into the first episode. We're sorry about how it turned out. We honestly shot for about an hour, and our technical director, our cameraman, didn't push record, or the camera screwed up, or something. Anyways, we had a solid hour of pure gold. At least, in our opinions, it was dynamite conversation. And
better than the second thing that you guys all saw.
yeah, the stuff you saw
Yeah,
was
that-
shot at 12:30 at night with a lot of drinks. So we apologize for that. This one we're shooting a little bit earlier, and
A little less amount of drinking.
Yes.
quite a bit less amount of drinking going on. So before we get started, I'd like to introduce a contest we're going to be having on the show. It's if you would like to appear on the next taping of Beer League Sports Banter, we're going to ask that you retweet or share on Facebook this episode of the show, because that's the only way, let's face it, we're going to get our show out there is by you guys sharing it to the world. So if you guys go ahead and do that, we'll put your names into a draw. And then if you get your name pulled out of the hat or whatever we do, you get to come on the show for 5 minutes. We'll supply your liquor, but you have to supply your ride down. And for that 5 minutes, you get to pick who you would like to have an argument. You pick one of us to have an argument with, and you get to pick the topic. So it should be a whole lot of fun. I have a strange feeling a lot of people are going to pick Lee to argue with because he's so stupidly
You
opinionated.
just berate him the whole time.
Why?
Yeah.
Where does this come from?
Through growing up with you.
Well, fair enough.
And the last episode.
Yeah, the last
Yeah,
episode.
well, the last episode was like we just explained.
Yeah.
And the hour before that
Okay.
didn't record.
That's right, yeah.
No, the hour before it didn't record. I was pretty much peaceful and I was good.
Yes. I was getting actual text from my wife saying, "Tell Lee to shut up."
My voice carries, I've heard. I don't know if that's
Yes.
true or not, but I've heard it.
All right. So now we've got through that, we're going to move on to our first topic of the night. Our first topic of the night is Connor McDavid's return to the NHL and how he is tearing it up with the Edmonton Oilers. He's got 5 points in his first 2 games. Last night, the Oilers' power play went 3 for 3 against the Ottawa Senators. So
I think they're 4 for 5 in the last 2 games.
Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt you. I
it's-
didn't mean to say
no,
that.
no, that's fine.
Yeah. So they're basically they missed on 1 of the last 5 power plays, so that's impressive.
Since McDavid's been
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, that's impressive.
So what do we think about McDavid getting into Calder conversation already? Is it too early to talk about this, or do we think he has a shot at getting back in it?
He's definitely got a shot at getting back in it. I mean, they've got over 25 games left to play, so if he can stay healthy the whole time, there's no doubt that he can get 30, 40 points.
No, I'm not in the disagreement with that. I think Connor McDavid, obviously if he continues this tear, he's hands down the winner of the Calder Trophy.
Yeah, basically the minimum requirement for the Calder is 25 games. So he's at, 15 now, I think? So
Yeah.
they got 30, high 20s, 30 left. So, yeah, if he plays the rest of the games, then there's no reason that he shouldn't be in the Calder talk. I mean, he's got to compete with, I'm a Don Cherry with names. Panarin. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's about the only one I'll get right.
Playing with Patty Kane, he's lighting it up. He's already 50 points. So 50 points, he could end the season with 70, 75 points on a playoff team.
I'd like to see the stat on that to go along with Patrick Kane's empty net goals he was getting to continue his streak. Honestly, because like that was the cheapest thing I've seen with Patrick Kane continuing his streak with like 5 empty netters.
Yeah.
This is a joke. Anyways, that's a different topic.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but basically, if it comes down to, I don't know, it's hard to judge because it's only going to play, 40 games max? But still, if you look at points per game, if he really takes off and he out point per games,
Pattern.
You can also go a bit by how the team does, too.
Yeah, if he turns the Oilers season around.
Yeah, and gets him close, and basically he is the best rookie. I will not deny that. He is the best rookie there is, but due to his injury, I don't know. He's only played half the year. But
So who else would you give it to?
well, Panarin, obviously. He'd be the top.
Panarin.
Okay. Like I said, Don shared the names, but he's going to end with 70 points on a playoff team. Yeah, he's playing with Patrick Kane, but McDavid's playing with some good players too.
What about your boy Dylan Larkin?
Yeah, that's more secondary right now. Right now, what I have is, as of today, I have Larkin, Panarin, and I know my buddy Ferg will love this one there. I'm going to butcher this name too. Gossiper from Philly. I think the kid, he's
good.
He's got 24 points in 31 games as a D-man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a small sample size too, same as McDavid, but he's doing his job, and if Philly makes a push to the playoffs, why shouldn't he be in that mix as a D-man?
Or Domi.
Yeah.
He's
Actually,
in
you know
the
what,
top.
Doofy, you caught me there. I never even thought about Domi. I actually forgot about him. That's
Duclair's not bad either down in Arizona.
Right, yeah. But Dylan Larkin, he's definitely in the mix. I think he's the best player on Detroit right now. He is plus 24, and the next closest guy is plus 10 on Detroit. I know plus minus is a sketchy stat, but if there's that big a differential in plus minus, if you're if you're 14 plus above the next guy on your team, you're doing something special, I think.
No, yeah, you can't disagree with that.
But
kid's the fastest skater in the league.
Yeah. But if McDavid can pull it off and play the next, 30 games and perform at a point per game, I don't see why he shouldn't be in the talks at least.
Oh yeah. No, I. It's not going to be a whole lot of fun on our show if we agree with everything.
Well, we need to get that spiced rum going around again, I think, and get some irk in us.
Screw that shit. No, I McDavid. I know we're gonna we do have a few Oiler fans that watch our show. Cradwell, the hippie, Pod, looking in your direction.
Poor guys, eh?
Yeah.
Well, poor guys with kid McDavid's going to be really, really good, guys.
Wasn't Hall going to be really, really good?
Hall is really,
Wasn't
really
Yakupov
good.
going to be really, really good?
No,
Wasn't Nugent Hopkins going to be really, really good?
No,
Where
those
does
were-
it end with these guys?
Look, no, dude, Nuge and Yak were terrible drafts.
No, they were.
They're awful. Like,
I mean, Ryan Murray, he's had his issues, but I would have took him.
I would
over
have
Nuge.
taken Murray for sure,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
in the spot that the
They
Oilers
need
were.
a D-man, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
But no,
I was working.
that's a stupid Tambellini move. Tambellini was not a smart person.
Yeah. Even your boy Larson there from the Devils. I forget what year that was. Was that the Yakupov year?
No,
I can't remember for
I
sure.
think it was the year before.
Was it the year before? Okay, but even I was working with a guys no other fan at the time, and I was like, fuck, take Adam Larson. I mean, he's not nothing special, but he's worthy of his 4th overall pick, I think.
No, I mean, he's
D-man.
had his ups and downs in
Yeah.
the Devils, right? Like, he's been up and down. But, I mean, last year, or this past season, he's been playing
Yeah, he
full-time.
has. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Anyways, so,
Okay, so we're done with McDavid?
yeah, we're going to move on to our
Okay.
next, well, sort of done with McDavid.
Oh,
We're going to move on to what McDavid is going to do with the Oilers. Are the Oilers a playoff team now that Connor's back, looking at the way that they've handled the first 2 games since he's been back? Warren?
No,
Not a playoff team.
not a playoff team.
Why?
Because they were against some of the lower ranked teams in the league for the first 2 games. he
Yeah,
got
but
back.
apparently
He looks good.
everybody's opinion on the Oilers is that they're a lower ranked team, and they destroyed these lower ranked teams.
Right.
Well, Columbus is pretty much the same.
And
Well, look
Ottawa
at
is pretty much the same ranking as them also.
if we can go to the stats and look, the Oilers are in the basement of the West,
They
Yes.
have
but they went out and destroyed the basement of the East
right.
and destroyed another team in the East.
Yes.
That's a lower. That's Warren's team, actually. Yeah, they destroyed the Ottawa Senators, didn't they?
They did.
You guys are
They did.
not picking up what I'm putting down. Everyone talks about how shitty the Oilers are all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They went out-
let's see them beat Washington or the Rangers.
Yeah, which they are. Okay.
Oh, they obviously haven't had the
right.
opportunity since McDavid.
Let's cut you guys off.
That's why I'm holding out on this playoff.
I got some
don't
numbers
think
in
it's
front of
gonna
me here. I'm going to cut you guys off here. I'm going to want a little bit of a spiel here because I've heard this Oiler playoff talk here for the last couple of days, and it's really ridiculous if you think about it. Okay, they got the 3 teams that are in the playoffs right now in the West are San Jose, Nashville, and Colorado. They have 58
Whoa.
San Jose and Colorado both have 58 points. Nashville has 56. The Oilers have 47. So basically what I wrote down is in worst case scenario, if either San Jose, Nashville, or Colorado goes 500, which is basically 16 and 16 right now, they would finish with 86 points. So if the Oilers go on a 20 and 10 run, they would have 87 points. Is a 20 and 10 run possible? Probably. The likelihood of those 3 teams going 500, not too likely. So basically, the Oilers got to go 24 and 6 to get to 95 points, which is about average to get into the playoffs in any conference.
So
that's where you want to be.
You threw Colorado in there, right?
Colorado's they're in the
You
playoff
don't think
spot.
that they're going to go 500?
They're in the playoff spot right now, and they've been playing well lately. And even if they go 14 and 14, they have 28 games left. That'll put them at 86 points, which worst case scenario, right? So if they go 17 and 11, then they're going to be up in the mid 90s.
And what about Nashville? You think Nashville's going to hold
They will.
Edmonton out? But they've played 500 in their last 10 games.
Right, but they're not going to play 500 for the last 30 games. They'll be a game or 2 above, probably. They're not
They're
going to be
slightly
low.
over 500. They have a tie.
Overall, they are.
Overtime.
So average it out, they're going to be 17, 13. At worst case, it's going to take a miracle, honestly,
It'll
to
be
go
pretty
into the
tough.
playoffs.
Oh, it's
will.
hard. Like
It will.
it's not an easy feat
Right.
for them.
Yeah, but basically, what I have figured out, if they go 24 and 6, they got a chance. So, do you guys really think because Connor McDavid came back, they're going to go 24 and 6? I highly doubt it. He's one player. Yes, he is good. He might be a top 10 player in the league already right now, but one player doesn't make a team.
Oh,
At least they're playing against Calder and Vancouver.
Yes. Well, no, but you got to look at the big picture too. They're going to be playing against. Yeah, they beat up on Columbus last couple games, Ottawa, but they're going to be playing Anaheim. They're going to be playing LA. They're in the same division.
Yeah,
they're going to have a
it's
game against
tough.
St. Louis, Minnesota, like those Chicago. Those are all good teams. They're not going to go 24 and 6 against those
Yeah,
teams.
no,
So
you're right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Oiler fans. As much as I don't want to crush your dream, or
I'd say Lee's right.
part of me does want to crush your dream.
He
Actually,
played-
you guys will not make the playoffs,
No.
Edmonton Oilers fans. So
We'll
if
put
you
money on
want
it.
to, tweet at us and take bets on that, I will gladly. I'll give you 2-to-1 odds that they will not make the playoffs. If anyone wants to throw a little money in there, I got PayPal.
You should probably cap that out at some dollar amount.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
First $1,000.
We'll cap it at $50 per bet.
Yeah.
All right.
So, by the way, we do have a Twitter handle out there. For those of you that don't know, our Twitter handle is at BeerlySB, all one word. So that, just so you know.
Yeah. We have a Twitter account now. We have 18 followers. Let's get that number going up here, guys.
Yeah,
Come on, everybody.
Yeah, let's just try to, make
Why
this
not?
show something cool for just regular Joes like us talking sports.
Sitting in the basement,
Getting drunk.
drinking, talking hockey. We'll talk
Kicking
sports.
my wife out of the house.
Yeah.
My wife and son got sent to the junior hockey game tonight so that we could shoot the
Thanks,
show.
Lisa. Go Red Wings. Go Wave Red Wings.
Go
yeah.
Red Wings, go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kick
Go.
Notre Dame's ass.
Yeah, go Robank Cup there a few years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Champs. Sorry.
Champs.
All right.
So,
We done.
yeah, we're done. We'll move on to just a short little topic about last week's story of the week in the NHL, other than, well, whatever.
Story of the year.
Oh, fuck, I hope not.
Depends how you want to look at it, I guess.
John Scott, whatever, he did his time in the All-Star game. He won the MVP. I got fucking lit up on Twitter. Look, the guy's got his 50 minutes of fame. Honestly, as soon as the All-Star break was over, we were talking McDavid getting 3 points in one game, Crosby getting a hat trick. John Scott, your time, sorry man, as much as you seem like a lovable guy, your time is done. All this talk about you making a movie and Oh
I
God!
hope he does make a movie.
If he does, it'll be a
I'm
Disney movie.
on this. I don't
And
really
then,
do very often, but it could
Cash
be
in on it while you can.
It's like a Rudy story kind
He's
of.
not making millions a year.
There's
Yeah.
not a Rudy.
It is, but it isn't. Like I said last week, does he
Rudy
deserve?
didn't bash people's faces in with cheap shots.
Doesn't matter what he did.
Rudy
It's the
was
story
pretty
behind
little.
it.
Remember when he tried to smash Phil Kessel with the?
That was actually fun though. Phil Kessel, he's a little wiener, so basically, John Scott. It was kind of funny, but I'm not agreeing with what John Scott did.
But anyways,
If you're
that was,
John
that was like 2 seasons.
Yeah,
ago,
if you're John Scott, you don't beat up Phil Kessel. That's
No,
just
that's
wrong.
exactly, yeah.
But anyways, back to his thing. I mean, it could be a movie someday if you look at it. I don't want it to be, but it could be. You know, the guy gets voted into the All-Star game. He's deciding whether to go or not. He decides to finally go. They all applaud him and they praise him. He ends up winning the All-Star game.
Well,
MVP.
well, you
And
also-
he never plays hockey.
But you
Yeah, he
gotta
might not. He might not.
you gotta throw
He's
in the
never gonna let the
NHL
NHL.
phoning him and threatening him.
Yeah,
telling him
yeah.
not to go.
And the
The
NHL
NHL
calls him. That could be like a scene in the movie. Hey, the NHL calls him. It's like, hey, it's Colin Campbell here. We don't want you to
I bet you Kevin Spacey plays Gary Bettman in that role.
That would work. That would be.
Totally work.
That would be. I mean, it could. I mean, as dumb as it sounds, it could be a movie if you really wanted to. You can make a story about it, but hockey movies don't really go very far. But
Whoa! Mighty Ducks. Mighty Ducks is one of
Miracle
the
on
yeah,
Ice?
okay. Yeah, Miracle on Ice is. It was a good movie,
No, it's,
but it
it's
didn't.
great. That's
That's
straight
pretty
up
popular.
It's
Yeah.
Americanizing stuff.
Yeah, it
but
was a good
popular.
movie, but it didn't really take off like some of
And
the.
the thing
other
with Mighty
sport
Ducks,
movies do.
Mighty Ducks 2, listen, Mighty Ducks 2 putting Canada not even in a semi. One of the headlines
Yeah.
was USA destroys Canada. Kiss my
Yeah,
ass.
and it was Iceland was the big
Yeah,
team.
Iceland's
Why
the
not
big
have
team.
Canada being the big team? No, we
Yeah.
gotta have Iceland. Like really, who's even playing the
Anyways,
NHL
sorry.
in Iceland?
Screw you, Mighty
anyways.
Ducks 2.
Yeah.
But anyways, the John Scott thing, it was a great story. Everybody rallied around him. The fans, the team, wasn't it great seeing his wife and kids up there
Yeah,
cheering
no,
for their dad?
it was all a nice
Yeah.
thing to see. It was nice to
I
watch.
mean, he shouldn't have he doesn't deserve to be there, but look at it this way.
NHL kissing his ass and making him a star of the week.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Basically,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
just-
they want to stop themselves from looking so bad.
Oh, but it's
Well,
straight
right.
pandering. You think
Yeah.
we're stupid out here to not see
But
that? Like,
they were against him going there. They were
Yeah.
trying to not go, trying to get him not go. And then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we're going to give you the first star of the week because
Yeah.
we're on your side
Yeah,
now
'cause
because
we-
you made us look good."
Gary Bettman told him that he was proud of him.
ridiculous.
Now moving on to Sidney Crosby and what he's been doing the last couple of games. Has he turned his season around, boys?
Well, yeah.
Anybody?
He has, definitely has. He wasn't even elected to the All-Star game, and now he's showing why that he should have been there. But
Would he have gone to the All-Star game if he was voted in?
I think he would.
it doesn't get voted in. It was just he just didn't get chosen because he wasn't doing good
No, he's
enough.
saying if he did get chosen, would he have gone?
Why wouldn't he go?
Well, look at Ovechkin and Taves.
Well, they were hurt. They had a reason.
Fuck! They were not.
Oh, okay, they might have not have been.
Ovechkin got hurt snowblowing.
Snowblowing.
Yeah, well, you can't say
You
that they
can't
were
get
actually
hurt
hurt. Crosby
snowblowing.
would have went.
Come on, no.
He's
Unless
having
you lost an arm or a
he's
finger
having
or
a down
something, you're
he's
not
having a
hurting
down
snowball.
season, but the fact that Crosby was at the All-Star game probably hurt the NHL. Like, why? I don't understand why you wouldn't have him there instead of somebody else.
Oh, instead of John Scott? But
John
John
Scott's in
Scott
the
did
West.
good for the NHL.
John Scott's in the West. You got voted in. You
Stop
can't say
talking
that.
about John Scott.
John
Yeah,
Scott
we know John Scott.
he was captain of the West, but he
Right.
was actually
Okay,
in the
Crosby's
East now.
in the East, and the fact that he wasn't there is a shame at the for the NHL. Like, you want to go back to this?
No, we're not talking All-Star game. Anyway,
No,
that's-
we're not talking about the
no,
All-Star game.
How is
I-
Crosby doing for the rest of the season?
He's doing good lately.
So, are the Penguins legit Stanley Cup contenders?
No,
Was
they're not
Crosby-
Stanley Cup contenders.
why?
No,
They
they're
got
not.
goaltending.
They have no
two-
depth. They have two centers, and they got pieces around those centers that are
And their goaltending's
not
never
even
been
that
great.
good. Their defense is horrible.
Their
Chris
goaltending's
Letang's
good, but it's
minus
never been great.
15.
Chris Letang is not.
He's not a good defense. They don't have a shutdown D. Stanley Cup teams need a shutdown D and a good goal.
Holy Matt is not.
Look at the last 10 Stanley Cup winners. They all got that big shutdown D, and they all got that
I'm
goalie.
pretty sure Pittsburgh's in the last 10 Stanley Cup winners.
Yeah, but they had Hal Gill back then. That's big. He's a shutdown D. No.
Yeah.
Basically, you need that. You need that. Look at Chicago.
I'm gonna say
LA.
I don't think Hal Gill's name would have ever came up.
All right.
Honestly, I would have put money on her.
I like
Never.
Hal Gill. Hal Gill is a beast, man. I like that guy.
Yeah.
No, but
I like the Hatcher brothers.
Okay. You're not gonna win the cup without a shutdown D. Exception to Pittsburgh maybe that year. I don't know who all they had. I can't pull it up, but look at the last cup winners. They all had that big shutdown D man, or even the finalists. You got the Keys, the Seabrooks, the Dowdies. The last, you have to have it. Letang is not the shutdown D man that's going to win.
Dowdy's not a shutdown D man, but
he's a good D man.
I'm not saying he's a bad D man.
Okay,
Dowdy's really good.
Right.
He's a good two-way D man.
He's a good two-way. He's not
right.
a shutdown.
Okay,
D man.
he's not a shutdown D man, but he's one of the best D men in the league. He's better than Letang.
Well, I'm not saying he's not.
Okay.
But Los Angeles has a good D.
Right.
Like that's.
Yeah.
Period.
Right.
You got good D. Anyway, speaking of defense, Sidney Crosby. How about a Wideman kid getting an assist tonight playing with Crosby? Not bad.
Power play. I don't know what it was. I can't remember. But you got an assist. Yeah.
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 Derek Pouliot, Wideman kid playing.
Pretty impressive.
Well, it's amazing. Your owner's Mario Lemieux, and you get to play with
Yes.
Sidney Crosby. That's pretty ridiculous.
I just picked you up in fantasy league, so get a couple more of those for me there, buddy.
I'm willing to bet he doesn't watch our show.
He might. We'll send
He
him.
will.
We'll send him a tweet.
Yeah, once
Pouliot, watch us.
once you guys retweet this a bunch of times, it might make its way to Pouliot.
There we go.
Somebody's
Donovan Lum, I'm looking your way, buddy.
Yep.
Retweet this stuff. All right,
We
so
might even have you on the show.
Yeah.
if you win your way on, actually,
It can
Donovan,
be-
I'd rather have your dad on the show.
It
And
can be
then
You guys can just
compromised.
have a special yourselves.
Oh God, just get Doug drunk and talk about Ovechkin. It's one of the greatest things in my life.
The winner of this can be compromised with, say, maybe a bribe here or there.
Anyway, so we're gonna move on to another big topic this past week. Dennis Wideman getting 20 games. I personally, like I said before, I was okay with 10 games, 20 games, whatever. The guy hit an official. As much as he said he couldn't tell it was an official, the guy's wearing goddamn stripes.
Yeah. That's
Like
pretty obvious.
Not a lot.
they're the most
room for argument.
blatant. You can tell they're officials because they're wearing stripes. It's a.
I think it's
joke.
a little bit harsh though.
20 games for.
I mean,
rocking
dollar-wise-
an official.
If he has to give up 20 games worth of salary,
He does $560,000.
I'm saying
like
that's
that.
fair. Whatever.
That's a lot of money.
Dollar-wise, that makes sense. But game-wise, you're in the last part of the season. You need a guy like that playing on your team. It's kind of a questionable hit. I mean,
Kind of.
kind of.
Oh, it's most definitely a questionable hit. The
Yeah,
guy.
I mean,
fucking
questionable
smoked-
as to whether he was trying to like hurt him or just get him out of the way.
It
Or
doesn't
what he was
matter.
doing.
You don't touch the official.
Yeah.
Period.
So
You cannot hit an official. Why would you say it's a questionable hit? It's honestly a stupid.
because maybe
hit. The guy's
in his head he was trying to get out of the way.
As much.
He clearly wasn't trying to get out of the way when he lunged at the guy.
You can't,
say
Warren.
that.
You can't say he's trying to get the guy out. You
I mean-
still can't touch the official. Period.
It happens.
It's in the laws of the
happens.
NHL and the
If you-
rules. You can't hit them.
Officials get hit all the time.
If you
When
watch
they're
it,
breaking up fights or with a puck,
Yeah, okay.
like that's part
if
of
you
their
watch
job.
his skates when he's skating to the bench, you can see him try to veer away from the ref. But still, that doesn't
But
explain.
he still goes out
It
with
Yeah,
that.
doesn't
let's explain
excuse
that.
him hitting
Like,
him.
we've all been
I'm just
playing-
saying I don't know if it deserves 20 games. That's all I'm saying.
It'll get reduced
know what?
to probably 15.
Yeah, it's getting appealed. But what?
Right.
What
But they
this-
had to do it at 20 just to make a point where you can't screw with the officials.
Exactly.
That's
This
what
is
I was showing
Bettman
you.
saying to the officials, "I have your back."
Like-
and I'm completely, as much as Gary Bettman, people don't like him, and I am on board with people that don't like him. It's that's
I
fine.
like
with
Gary. He's a good guy.
He makes owners money that he does his job.
But
But I'm back to what I'm saying is, I completely lost my
Back
train
to
of
the
thought 'cause
lunging
you
at the
interrupted
guy.
me, you prick.
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's in the spur of the moment, you might do something like that. But the fact that the ref and he shoves him like that, he could have just grabbed him and
Yeah,
put him
exactly.
aside.
There's a lot of
I
different
agree
things
with
he could've
that.
done.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
But he didn't. He made a lunge at him and shoved him.
Yeah,
so
it was an
that's
idiotic move,
absolutely
honestly.
uncalled for. I don't have a hate on for Dennis Wideman.
No.
He's never done anything bad in his life.
That's another thing.
Which it is, but it isn't. I mean, it's first time offender. Still, it's a brutal offense. It's not like he high sticked the guy.
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
know.
oh, he's a first time guy, and we'll give him a break.
Yeah.
It was a referee, linesman, whatever you want to call him, and is uncalled for. The
Nope.
way he lunged at him.
Lee, you are not wrong in this.
Okay.
Which, God, this show's gonna suck always agreeing with Lee. We
Well,
gotta drink more so we can
No,
argue.
don't.
God.
See, for the record, we're recording this at 8:03 right now, so we're not at 12:30 at night. So now we're all on sober-ish terms, and we're not yelling and hating each other. So this is good. I like this time. I like it. I like it.
So
anyway, let's
go.
Moving on
to a topic.
Hey, Don Cherry here. Moving on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on to a topic that these guys know nothing about because I want to talk about it. On February 9th, coming up here, Martin Brodeur gets his jersey retired from the New Jersey Devils. Is Martin Brodeur the greatest goalie ever to play the game?
Well,
yes, he is. Yes.
First of all, I don't know why St. Louis Blues are retiring his jersey. What are you gonna say about that?
The guy played 10 games.
He bailed on New Jersey and went and played there for a few games, didn't he?
Because they offered him an assistant GM role.
I don't know. To me, it's him and Patty Waugh. I mean, I'm not from way back in the day. I don't know goalies from the 30s and the 40s and 50s.
But that's a different
modern day era. Basically, him and Patty Waugh are 1A and 1A basically.
We're gonna get some douchey Habs fans that are Patrick Waugh.
Yeah, but Patrick Waugh won his cups without Montreal. He won one there, but what did he win? 2 in Colorado?
He won 2 in Montreal.
Oh yeah, the 87 and 93 or whatever it was.
And won 2 in.
Did he win 2 in Colorado?
96 and in.
He did win 2, so he's got 4. How many Brodeur got? 3?
Brodeur has 3, yeah.
Ooh.
And Waugh has Conn Smythe. Brodeur doesn't have any Conn Smythe.
I don't know, Jordy's more 1A and 1B now. I don't know if
Brodeur's got best stats.
Brodeur has
Olympic medals. What does Brodeur got?
Golds.
Probably the same.
No.
Waugh has
They didn't win in 98. Waugh was probably goalie in 98. Brodeur would have won in 04. And was he 08? Or no, they had...
It would have been 02, right?
Luongo was 08.
02, Brodeur took over for Joseph.
02 was
06, they did medal. And then 10, he backed up for Luongo. He started and then Luongo took over. However, if you look at NHL stats, who's leading in...
Stats-wise, Brodeur's the best goalie of all time.
Of all time. Leading in shutouts, leading in
gameplay-wise.
He's also leading in losses.
I mean...
Right, well,
because he played 70 games a year.
Yeah, and...
There's good argument for Waugh.
When they adapt the shootout...
Well, the thing with Patrick Waugh that nobody seems to talk about is Patrick Waugh revolutionized goaltending with going to the butterfly style, which is... As me being a goalie, butterfly style is... It's good for the kids now. It gives a lot of kids a shot at making it to the pros if you're big enough, because all it is position, right? It
takes away
look
from
at
the little guys,
Brodeur is more of an athletic goalie. Brodeur, as much as I hate Dominic Hasek,
stacking pads.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the athleticism of being a goaltending or being a goaltender has gone away with the evolution of the butterfly because it is all position.
Yeah. Now, if you're not 6'2", you're not going to get a shot.
We were just
watching the game the other night, and there's only 3 or 4 goalies under 6'3".
Yeah.
Under 6'3". Like they call Quick a small goalie, and he's 6'1".
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the days of the Art Urbays and those guys are long gone.
The John Van Beesbrooks, Mike Richter's.
Mike Richter's a little guy.
Where guys are sprawling all over the ice, gone.
Now it's like
Brodeur was a big goalie, for his time. He's 6'1", 6'2", and he's jumping all over the ice, doing whatever he can to make a save.
Even Waugh wasn't that big, was he?
Waugh would have been 6'1".
Yeah, he wasn't that big. 6'1", 6'2".
But he was big back then, and he went down on his knees and had a big upper body.
And that was the era of the new...
He was a clutch goalie.
The new bigger...
Oh, he was, and that's why he got all those
big
Vezina
saves.
They're not Vezina, Conn Smythe,
And that's where the argument comes in.
Yeah, but Brodeur, he won 3 Stanley Cups.
Brodeur was better stats-wise.
Yeah, and if it comes down to...
I'm going to go with Waugh.
Yeah, I don't know, that's a tough one. I probably got to go with...
I'd rather have Waugh on my team in his prime than Brodeur in his prime.
No. Don't tell anyone, Cameron, but I might have to agree with Warren.
No, you guys are idiots!
I might have to go with Waugh. He's got more cups, more Conn Smythe. That's what it comes down to. It's like Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. Tom Brady's gone to Super Bowls. Manning has 1.
But do you think Eli Manning is a better quarterback than Peyton
Manning?
Well, Eli Manning has 2 Super Bowls plus 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
Eli Manning does have 2 Super Bowls.
Oh.
Peyton only has one. Hey, Chad Rohr, who's a better fucking quarterback here?
Oh.
Eli's got 2.
Luck.
No. Okay, to settle this, Peyton's going to have his second Super Bowl championship come Sunday.
No, he's not.
That is a guarantee right there. Denver will beat Carolina. And
So
we'll...
we're transitioning to the NFL?
No, I'm sorry. I just had to throw it out there because we get off topic here somehow. But basically, yeah. Peyton
How
Manning,
did we get off topic?
Peyton
Because
Manning-
you brought up
Peyton
football.
Manning will have his second Super Bowl ring come Sunday. I'm on your side there,
So it's
Chad.
wah Brodeur.
I've been against you for years on Peyton Manning, but I'm on your side on Sunday, buddy.
You
Let's
guys
go
are-
Peyton.
Anyways, back to
Yeah, back to what
hockey.
we were talking about.
Yeah. You guys are wrong.
Tweet us your answers. See
Yeah,
who
honestly,
wins.
you can send us your tweets at Beer League SB and let us know what you think. Honestly,
Hashtag wah or hashtag
Yeah.
Brodeur.
Do that, yeah.
Don't even talk about hashtag.
no, there.
Hassell's got a couple hearts though in his pocket. And a cup. Two cup. One
One.
cup. 2 cups.
One.
And a gold medal. Czech beat Canada in 98. Full. You can throw Hassel in there now. Now we got a 3-way vote. I don't know. Now that I think of it, Hassel, he's got 2 hearts. How many hearts does Brodeur have?
0.
How many does Bois have?
0. Okay, so let's go back to.
Oh, I don't know. I'm on Hassek's side now. Anybody in Czech Republic watching us? You vote Dominic Hasek. Let's go.
Well, we should have shot this like 8 minutes sooner so that people would still be tuned in.
Our Czech Republic fans are.
Our
All right, let's go.
Anyways,
let's go.
If you're throwing Hasek in there, we got to go with. Let's go look at stats and then we'll dismiss Hasek.
Marty Turco had the lowest goals
Oh my
against average
God.
ever, 1.73.
Marty Turco does not belong in any of these conversations.
He had the lowest goals against average ever in the season. He broke that record.
Yeah,
Then
that's-
For one season.
And then Kiprusoff broke it a couple years later, but Kiprusoff's awful. But
Well, he's better.
well, he's obviously better than Turco if he broke the
it
record.
was that era of the dead puck, and all that stuff.
Seriously,
let's move on.
GAA means nothing compared to save
Yeah,
percentage.
save percentage. is
Save
way more
percentage
important.
Hey, he had a 9.32. That was the highest at the time. Check that up. Marty Turco
Okay.
stats. Marty Turco
Moving
stats.
on.
All right,
Moving on.
Let's move on.
All right, let's-
Dallas fans, hey, Marty Turco. I know a lot of Dallas guys on Twitter. They're gonna watch that. And they're gonna love it. Hey, all right, let's go.
So Lee, the huge Blue Jays fan that he is, wants to discuss some Blue Jays stuff, which I'm
Don't
totally
say
on
it
board with.
sarcastically, because
I don't
I
really give a
am.
shit.
I just no, I have issues with certain things. So don't say it like I'm a bad guy.
Yeah, you have issues with the second best player on the team.
Okay,
Anyways,
okay.
so we're moving on to the Blue Jays. Go ahead, Lee. Let's
Okay.
discuss what you
Okay,
want to
let's clear
discuss.
up last
This is your
week.
topic.
Okay, we had a lot of alcohol last week, and I said Jose Batista sucks. He doesn't suck. I didn't mean it the way it sounded.
But you totally.
What I meant
Oh,
was-
no,
You
time
said
out.
he
No.
sucks all season.
All
I
season,
never-
you never tweeted one good thing about Jose
Okay,
Batista.
let me finish here. Can I go on a spiel
Hansen,
for a minute?
Tyrell
Can I go on a
Hansen
spiel?
at White Teabanger on Twitter
Chime
totally
in
will
on
agree
this.
with
Chime
me
in
on
on
this.
this.
He is frustrating. He doesn't suck. He's obviously decent. He is frustrating. I've never seen anybody grounded in more double plays or pop up to the shortstop than him. So
He does
sorry.
pop up a lot, but it's a huge
Okay,
uppercut swing.
right, I know. So basically, he hits one into the park once in a while, which is good. That makes him
Once in a while.
okay.
40
So
times last
I didn't
year,
mean
but
that he
once in a while.
sucks. I meant he's frustrating because there's been a lot of times in the 8th, 9th inning with guys on base when he grounds into a play or pops up, and it's frustrating. All right.
Selfish.
Well, yeah, you
or
could say
no.
that, I guess. Yeah, okay, you could say that a little bit. Because he's going for the big shot when he could hit a single. Okay, anyways, we're not talking about that.
Time out. If
No, we're
Warren,
not-
you gotta
I'm
understand.
just giving Lee some words to say.
Yes.
I'm not
'Cause-
saying
No,
that I
Warren,
think he's
I like
He-
what Warren's
he's not
doing there.
selfish. The guy had more walks in the league than
I'm not
anybody
saying-
else
Okay.
last year.
I think
That
he's
has
Alright.
nothing to do with his
Alright.
being selfish.
But say there's a
Some
guy
talking
on
point.
second, he's doing his big uppercut swing and he pops up the shortstop instead of just punching a single through the left side or something.
Yeah,
The right side.
He definitely never tries to go opposite.
He can do that. He's done it a million times if he
Exactly.
wants to, but
Anyways,
he gets in that spot
What
where he,
Blue Jays topic
Okay.
do you want to discuss?
I wouldn't have to lead off hitter because that's been a hot topic on some of the shows that I watch
Yep.
around here.
Yeah, definitely.
So, the Blue Jays traded Ben Revere for Drew Thorne, which is
I
a
think
good
that's
trade.
an excellent
It
trade.
bolsters their bullpen. It helps them a lot.
It counteracts the Yankees getting Chapman with Betances and and that other guy they got.
Drew Thorne's a good pitcher. He's been a closer. He's a proven closer.
He was a really good closer, but then the only thing that screwed him up was the Nationals getting Papelbon, and Papelbon refusing to pitch anything but closing.
So basically, to give up Revere, who just got there, and he did good. I like Revere. I mean, but now it leaves a hole in the leadoff hitter spot. Leadoff hitter. In years past, you had to be a speedy guy and all that other stuff to be a leadoff hitter. The game's changed a little bit, and I don't think you need that. You just need a guy that gets on base to set up your 2, 3, 4, 5 guys. So, I was talking with...
White team banger.
Hey, nice pickup.
Yep.
Earlier today, and I...
finishing each other's sentences.
God.
Well, we were texting earlier.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
I brought up Russell Martin hitting leadoff, which sounds ridiculous. Because catchers don't hit leadoff, they can't run, they don't have speed, blah, 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 all that stuff.
Martin has some speed.
He has a little speed, but he's getting older, he's losing speed. But Jason Kendall hit leadoff for the Pirates for a good 3-4 years. That was back in the day before Pirates were very good. So it has been done before. And basically, I don't care about speed, I'm just looking for on-base percentage. Russell Martin last year had a .329 on-base percentage,
That's not great.
That was his lowest in a long time.
Yeah,
and that was with 53 walks. His career average is .352, and he averages about 50 to 60 walks per year. So I don't see why he wouldn't bump that total up to 70 walks if he was put in that spot, lead off, to see some more pitches.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just see him getting on base for, the Donaldson, Tulowitzki, or, how I'd have it is Martin, Tulowitzki, Donaldson, Batista, Edwin. I don't see why that would be a big problem, because he gets on base. You don't need him to run. You don't need him to get thrown out at second and, lose a run. If he's on first, if those big guys hit a double, he's going to score anyways. So there's no point in having your leadoff hitter steal anyways if you're the Blue Jays.
Yeah. The Blue Jays definitely, they don't play the hit and run or anything to do with speed.
You don't need to when you got those guys
No, you definitely don't.
No.
I'm not opposed to Russell Martin being our leadoff guy.
It sounds ridiculous, I know.
No, it's not ridiculous. The guy's still a good bat, honestly. And to me, you want your best hitters at the top of your lineup because it's going to get them the most bats throughout the game, right?
Yeah.
What Tyrell had mentioned to Lee is putting Donaldson lead off, Tulo second, then Batista, Edwin, Colabello, Martin.
Which isn't terrible
either. No, it's not terrible. There's lots of options that Gibby has, and it doesn't have to do with speed. I don't agree with what I've read on some Twitter things with guys tweeting Wilner and saying, let's put Pilar. He
doesn't walk enough.
He doesn't walk enough. You're right.
He hits 270, but his on-base percentage is like 3.
Yeah. You know what? Watching him in the playoffs last year, he was a breakout player for the Blue Jays in the playoffs. For sure he was. But he had some good at-bats, but he's not leadoff guy material yet. Not to say that one day he won't be a good leadoff guy, because he does have speed. Whatever.
So 25 bases. He can do it if they need it, but they don't really need that role.
No, exactly.
He can do it if they need it.
And this is just, we're talking to start the season.
Yeah.
I guarantee you when Devin Travis comes back, Travis is our leadoff hitter.
Should be.
Well, I guarantee he will be.
Yeah.
Even though last season he hit way better in the 9-hole than he did in the 1-hole. But mind you, when he was in the 1-hole, he had a
to Tyrell's theory about having Donaldson at number 1 is put a Travis or a Martin at number 9, so when the order turns over, they're on base for Donaldson.
Yeah, no, and that's why you have your best hitters at the front of the order.
Yeah.
And that's why most guys are putting their best hitter in the 2-hole. Like, that's why Donaldson was in the 2-hole, was to get him more at-bats throughout the game.
Because 1, 2, you want your top.
Yeah,
and back to, I'm not going to keep saying his name, so I'm going to pretend that I took credit for this, but it's not what he said.
Well, he does pretend to say take credit for things.
For you only lead off once, right, throughout the game. But the first hitter of the game, the pitcher on the opposing side, he's going to come out and he's going to try to find himself, right? Because that's how you establish yourself. The first inning is your established inning when you're a starting pitcher. So basically, how many times have you ever seen the game start off with a curveball.
Yeah.
It's always a fastball to get yourself in
Actually,
there. So if you have Donaldson in there and he's sitting there looking at the guy saying he knows you're going to lead off the game with a fastball, he's going to be tuned right up to rip that thing.
Actually, a good story with that is the first pitch ever pitched in Skydome was Jimmy Key. I can't remember who he was pitching to, but Jimmy Key, they told him, okay, throw a fastball for a strike, and we're going to put that ball in the Hall of Fame as whatever, and it was a strike. And Jimmy Key went out there and he threw a curveball. And after the game, he's like, "Are you kidding me? There's no way I'm throwing a guy a fastball when he knows it's coming."
Yeah.
Like,
that's the thing, though. Like
a lot of guys, they throw fastballs to start games.
Yeah.
And then it's always the
and
look at how many.
they do.
Look at the start of the season. How many first pitch home runs Donaldson hit last year? Tyrell, as much as you irritate us. We'll agree. I will agree with you to start the season. Try Donaldson in the one hole. I'm okay with that.
Is he was a former pitcher, although he wasn't very good.
No.
He didn't go anywhere. But he said when he started out a game, you want to try to find all your pitches. So if you're a 4-pitch pitcher, you want to try to get those out to the leadoff guy.
I think Tyrell was a 1-pitch pitcher.
He probably was. But you want to throw your curveball. You want to establish your curveball and your slider and all that stuff.
Right.
He's the first hitter. So if you're Donaldson, you're sitting there waiting for a fat, shitty curveball to come at you too, in a way, and you can just rip that thing.
Okay.
But I don't know. I like Martin there. I don't know. I'm not Gibby though. Hold Gibby there. Oh, Boomer over there. He'll tell you something.
Yeah,
Oh, Gibby.
Gibby got a standing O last
I
night.
like Gibby. Gibby's fucking
Gibby's
awesome. I would love to have a beer with John Gibbs. Oh man, sit me down with him and I'd buy him a beer. Hey John, you want to have a bear? Let's go.
That's another guy who's not watching this.
He might be watching. Old Gibby will.
Eventually they'll go back and watch all our old
old
episodes.
Gibson. He'll be watching us, old Gibby.
It's Gibbons.
I call him Gibby. We're on first
No, but
name.
you said Gibson. It's Gibbons.
Oh, I know.
There's-
All right, okay, I gotta cut myself off.
Moving on. We're going to talk some football now. And we're not going to lead off with the Super Bowl. We're going to lead off with a young fella retiring from the sport of football. Calvin Johnson retiring at the age of 30. Possibly. Yes. Possibly. Most reports we hear are that he is retiring. It kind of sucks for Lions fans. Sorry, Noxie. Yeah, you poor Lions fans. God, I feel bad for
First
you.
Barry Sanders, now this.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's not
Has it really helped him anyways though?
Well,
He's good.
He's really good. I don't know I don't know much to say about this. We don't know all the reasonings behind it. He hasn't come out and said anything behind it. To me, this feels a whole lot like Kovalchuk in the NHL. And I could be totally wrong and totally off base, but to me it seems like he wants out of his contract. Why else would a 30-year-old be retiring from a sport? Anybody have anything to say on that?
Well, for some guys, football players, pro athletes, they aren't in it to win it, basically. What they're looking for is a paycheck, a better life, make their money, and they don't really care about winning a Super Bowl in the end.
There to support their families.
Calvin Johnson's 30 years old. He's banged up. He can hardly stay on the field. He's had ankle problems, doctor's concerns in 2014, back then even about it. So for him to just walk away, he's made his millions. He can make more millions being Calvin Johnson, doing commercials and, whatever. Just
being an analyst.
Yeah, sponsorships or anything.
Yeah.
So he's probably looking at the Lions, looking at Green Bay, Minnesota. They're getting better. Chicago's, And
Chicago.
They are. But they got potential maybe to win that division. And he's probably looking and thinking, can I really win with, the Detroit Lions?
What's the point of playing?
Yeah, what's the point of killing
my
myself, getting banged up, getting beaten up for, nothing? He's made his money. He's made millions and hundreds of millions probably. And
all there is left now is to win.
Yeah, and for a lot of these guys, they're not concerned with winning. Like a lot of NFL football players, they're just looking for a better life for their families, support them. They're pretty much forced into playing football due to their they're bringing ups and whatnots. Some of them didn't come from great lives, and they see a scholarship in front of them at a university that's paid, so they go do that just to try to better their families. And then they find out they're actually really good at this football game that they might not even love. So they get drafted in the NFL, and they can make millions. And for a lot of them, that's enough for them. They don't have that. Some of them don't have that for love of the game in their hearts. They just want to make their money and better their families and basically move on. And whether Calvin Johnson wants to do that or not, I don't really know. It's been a while since I had a beer with Calvin, but I'm just I'm just saying that. I don't know, if that, at 30 years old to walk away from the game to make millions, it just seems strange to me. I don't understand it really. But I understand he's banged up, he's hurt.
I think quite a bit of it is to do with health issues. Like,
right, he's
you
banged
look at
up.
a lot of these guys, there's guys that are playing in the NFL that shouldn't be when they're 30 because they've had all these injuries, and it's going to affect them for the rest of their lives.
Right.
If you've made all this money, and you're probably just going to keep getting hurt at this point in your career, maybe not, but a lot of times it keeps going. Why not retire?
Yeah. Walk away, you made your money. You might not win a Super Bowl, but you made $100 million.
You don't see him wanting just out of his contract?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Just to sit out this season.
I've heard
and he allowed him to come back.
Yeah, I've heard some things that Detroit doesn't like to trade people, but what do you believe, really? So, if he does retire, technically, he can sit out next year and come sign with somebody, maybe make another team if he wants.
Really make Detroit fans mad.
Yeah, sit out a year, rest his body. Like, that's not a horrible idea, right?
No.
I can see him maybe doing that, because really, the guy's only 30 and he's broken records already. He's basically Jerry Rice-esque. So...
Well, he holds almost every Lions record.
Yeah. Well, he broke the single season receiving record, which was 1950 yards or whatever it was, and he's good. The guy's good.
He's only played since 2007, right? And he's got 11,600 receiving.
Him and Rice's stats are pretty much the same at that age.
Yeah.
Career-wise, he's a little bit ahead of Rice.
Yeah. So.
And then Rice has had more in the last half of his career than he did in his first half. So looking at that, he could end up doing more than he has.
Rice
Rice
had Super Bowls, and there's no way that Johnson's going to get Super Bowls in Detroit.
Yeah.
Likely not, right? Yeah. But the fact of being the best receiver to ever play the game, like, does that not weigh on his mind? Like, I don't know why he's walking away. It's
Do you get the same
maybe
opportunities on the other team?
Honestly, maybe you're right with him just wanting to make a better life for his family.
He could.
And that's all.
And
maybe he doesn't care about being the best ever.
He's banged up. Like, his ankles are basically screwed from what I've read. But I mean, you gotta look out for yourself. You're only 30 years old. Like, you want to play another 8 years, get beat up? Because he got targeted. What do I got here? Sorry, I gotta go through my notes here. But he got targeted an average of 150 times a year, which means that he's getting the ball thrown his way 150 times, which means he's getting hit, regardless if he catches it or not, a lot.
Yeah.
And that takes your toll. That takes a toll on the body. Like, some guys just don't want to do that anymore. They just don't love the game enough to keep going on at that point. And he's made his money, and maybe he wants to walk away.
Or they don't love the game anymore.
Right. You lose interest in the game, right? You see what you're going through and how bad you're getting beaten up, and you just don't want to play anymore.
So, from that, let's move on to a guy who maybe wants to play, but he doesn't deserve to play.
I don't think he does either.
Johnny Manziel in the news again. Shocking. Apparently he decides, you know what, screw what rehab did for me. I'm going to get back to the booze because I'm a spoiled, rotten brat, and then I'm going to beat the crap out of my girlfriend.
Yeah, he's tougher than his girlfriend. Well,
yeah, they're not pressing charges, but numerous reports state that he hit her multiple times.
Yes, police reports say he did it. She's not charging him because he paid her off.
Exactly.
Basically is what it comes down to.
And that's exactly
right. Yeah. We all know that. We're not stupid. None of you guys are stupid. You know that's what it is.
Johnny Manziel is a spoiled, rotten brat. He comes from a rich family, and he's been told his whole life, "Oh, you're Johnny Manziel. You're so good at football. Oh, you're so crazy." And then he gets to the NFL, and he fucking sucks. That might have been our first F word of the show.
Could have been. Good work.
Wow.
Condolences on that first F word. We can
congratulations.
cheers that, bro.
Yeah. Well,
But-
I don't want to. Screw it.
Yeah, basically, this guy's I don't know.
He's a joke. He's going to end up in Dallas. He's not going to play another game for the Cleveland Browns. And Jerry Jones is more than happy to take him because he's going to get publicity. He's going to get TV ratings and everything like that.
It's not good publicity anymore. Yeah, when he was Johnny.
There's no such thing as bad publicity. There's nobody out there saying, you know what, this beer league sports banner, that's a good show. You should watch it. It's people saying, look at these idiots on TV.
I bet you there's a few of you out there that love us. No,
not at all. My wife hardly loves this show.
Yeah, thanks, Lisa, for letting us put this on here. You can't be happy with this.
No.
Anyway,
She's texting me again.
Johnny Manziel. I mean,
Nope.
poor Cleveland. Hey, they just can't get it right with anything. Everybody they draft is just turns out to be basically horse shit, is what it comes down.
Well,
to.
according to that movie with Kevin Costner, they got it right on the draft.
I love that movie.
That's so good.
Draft Day.
Draft Day is amazing.
It's one of my favorite sports movies. If you haven't seen it, check out Draft Day. I'm sure
it's up there with Moneyball. Moneyball is like my favorite sports movie.
It's a good. I like Draft Day because it goes into detail about what goes on in GM. I love it. Great movie.
That when he pulls off that deal at the end, that's crazy.
Just
like what Lee tries to do in our fantasy league. Except he just berates you until
he makes you feel like an idiot in fantasy hockey.
They're lying. I'm
he
perfect.
berates you until you agree with him.
Ask anybody in our fantasy league. I'm the most legit guy to do a trade with. Anybody that says different that's why they're in last every year, basically.
Who's in last every year?
Whoever makes trades with me is usually in last every year.
Not me.
Whoever makes trades with you?
No.
Yeah, but they always bad talk me.
So.
Anyways, is Johnny Manziel, are we done with him or no? Basically, the guy's,
Yeah, I think
he's a spoiled kid from a rich family. He won the Heisman. Yeah, good for him. But he's basically screwed Cleveland over, and I hope he never plays another down in the NFL, to be honest with you.
I'd rather see Tim Tebow back in the league than Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, I would too.
At least Tim Tebow's got a head on his shoulders.
Yeah, Tim Tebow's a good guy, at least.
Johnny
Manziel's a scumbag.
But
Let's put it that way.
You know what? This kind of segues into what I want to talk about with Cam Newton's not a scumbag, but the attitude of NFL players and, well, that and NBA players as well. It's kind of...
Don't talk basketball.
I know.
Talking
just
athlete attitude.
I think it's American athlete attitudes, because you can even watch the American team in the World Juniors, and after, I think it was Kachuk scored a goal, he dabbed after he scored a goal, throws out one of these. Come on! Just
hockey's supposed to be better than that.
Dabbing stuff has gone way too far. I can't even.
You know what? Celebrate your touchdown. That's fine. And I'm okay with dabbing. That's fine. It's
but
a
every
celebration.
First down, you don't gotta be a douchebag and do that.
Exactly.
Like, come on.
You know, every slam dunk in the NBA looks like every other slam dunk ever made. You don't have to be standing up and, oh my God. You don't have to do that shit. Jesus God.
I don't got a problem with celebrating scores, but I got a problem with that first down celebration. Every time somebody picks up a first down, they're doing this.
Yeah.
What if you're up 40
points? Oh, it's even worse if you're up 40 points.
Yeah, you don't do that.
And that's what Cam Newton does. They're blowing out Arizona 34-7, and he's doing celebrations and stuff every first down he gets. I don't like that. I hate it. If it's a close game, if you score a winning touchdown or something, do a big celebration.
But you know what? That's a Canadian upbringing, and that's us. And we're all Canadian. We don't act like that for the most part. Canadians, you know, if
Muscle's
pretty cocky.
They're humble.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm cocky. It happens, but for most. Watching blow a game in the NHL, there aren't guys that on an 8-2 game, they score the 8th goal, they're not jumping against the glass.
Even if they score in a tie game in overtime, you don't see guys doing that. You guys will celebrate, but they don't go way overboard like the way Cam Newton does.
No, exactly. The thing that I agree with what Cam Newton does when he gives a football to a kid.
That's fine.
Totally
I like that.
cool.
I'm okay with that.
I really enjoy that, actually.
I do too. I'm on board.
But yeah,
it's too much.
When you're blowing a team out, you can't be acting.
Every first down and every touchdown, you're doing this. It's 45-7, and you're dabbing in the end zone like a fucking you never scored before. Like,
Yeah.
act like you've
Act
been
like-
there
Act
before,
like
right?
you've been there before.
Like,
That
Jesus.
is, and you know what? That is the Don Cherry mantra.
Yeah.
Act like you've been there before. Be a professional.
Yeah.
Honestly, like,
And that's why he's getting ripped, and that's why he's making all these excuses about all kinds of stuff.
Well, and
He
even
hears
other
press
NFL guys are
conferences.
sticking up for him.
What,
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? Sports media stands up for him.
Yeah.
You watch the show First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless. My God. Stephen A. Smith, I got an issue with you, buddy. Well,
You're watching
Hope you're
it.
tuning in.
Yeah.
You're not the focus of my rant this week. That's going to be Max Kellerman. And we're going to have a little segment on the show that is, hopefully maybe we get some sponsorships, but we're going to call it Lousel's Rant. And maybe people want to sponsor it or whatever, but it's going to be basically going off on sports media. And
Looks like a good white teabagger sponsorship.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
hey.
Flex Energy.
Flex
free,
Energy.
that's
Flex
free
Energy
pump their
back
hands in
corner.
there.
Yeah.
Flex Energy, check
Yeah.
them out.
We'll
They'll
wear your
move
hats.
your shit. They'll move your shit.
We'll
Wear
pick
your
your
hats
shit.
and sweaters.
Yeah,
whatever you want.
we'll pick your shit, eh, Flex Energy?
Stone to drunk.
I like that. That's a good
Oh,
one.
That is a great
Trademark
slogan.
that before he steals it. Fuck you, that's a cut.
Flex
cut,
Energy.
Cut. No, cut. We're not. He's not stealing that from us.
We'll pick
Anyway,
your shit.
he's kidding.
Anyways.
Can I go on my quick rant here tonight?
Yeah,
It's not really a rant.
Go on a rant. Go ahead.
Daryl Sittler, it was the anniversary of his 10-point night there last night, which is amazing. You know, the guy got 10 points in a game.
Yeah.
It was 40 years since that happened. But the problem I have, and the funny thing that the poor Boston goalie that he scored the 10 points on, they invite him to the ceremony. Dave Reese was his name. I don't know much about Dave Reese, but he's, you know, older
I don't
guy.
think he played another game in the NHL after that. I swear to God, I think I remember Don Cherry saying that he never played
He
another
might
game.
have not have, but the poor guy let in all 11 goals that night, and 10 of the points were by Sittler, and they invite him to the ceremony of this anniversary thing. Like, that poor guy, he had to live with that for, like, the last, 39 years. He probably thought he just got away from it, and then all of a sudden he gets a phone call saying, hey, you want to come embarrass
get your
yourself
shitty on.
tonight, basically? Yeah, I never knew his name, but that I just wanted to bring that up. I thought that was kind of funny how they they did that to the poor Dave Reese. Eh? If you're
Yeah.
watching Dave Reese, I don't know much about you, but I like you.
We feel really bad for you.
Yeah,
It's
we
your
do-
goalies
we
here,
do
so-
feel really bad for you.
Oh,
I mean,
Lee knows how it feels to let him.
Yeah, 11
10 goals
goals.
in a
I
game.
know. This guy was my shutdown D-man, so I had a lot of 11-goal games, if you know what I mean.
yeah, that's a terrible shutdown D man.
Good
wow.
God, trust
I feel
me.
bad for
He
you.
was about minus 45 the
I
one
didn't
year.
lift
I
you
think.
up when you said you were the best goalie in Saskatchewan.
I wasn't the best goalie in Saskatchewan.
Let's move on here. We got a good thing going here.
Anyways,
What's left here?
so Max Kellerman, you and me, we got a beef here, bud. I watch Sports Nation on ESPN2, moving to ESPN here. Basically every chance I get, because I work shift work, I got lots of free time to watch some sports shows. You, sir, seem to be an arrogant man who really shouldn't be talking about sports except for boxing. You seem to know boxing. You seem to reference boxing in a whole bunch of stuff that you talk about.
He was pretty good at boxing.
Yeah, well, that's fine. He whenever they show hockey highlights, which on Sports Nation is not very often, they show it when a guy loses some teeth or whatever. Like, it's not showing the beautiful part of hockey where a guy like Connor McDavid goes down and dangles through 4 guys and gets a goal.
That was a nice goal.
Oh, it was
Tip
a
my hat-
beautiful goal.
Tip my hat to that on that.
Yeah.
How do you not?
Well, try doing that on skates. Honestly, like all you American sports commentators saying basketball players are the best athletes in the world. Put them on skates. I'd love to see LeBron James on skates. Please put him on skates. Let's see what he can do. Or Steph Curry. Put him on skates. Honestly. Yeah, they can dribble a basketball. That's awesome. Good for them. And they can shoot it. Basically uncontested most times. They might have a guy in their face going, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, fake foul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you touch a guy in basketball and you get a foul. That's
Oh.
another joke of a... Anyways,
Oh, okay. well,
Max
that's
Kellerman.
next week.
you, sir, talked about on your last show, or the last show I watched that you had, was if a Martians came down and they wanted to have their best athlete versus our best athlete, and 2 years ago we would have said, yeah, take on LeBron James. Wrong. No, because what if they wanted to skate? LeBron can't skate. I would put a Martian up against any, well, hell, put him up against Zdeno Chara for crying out loud. The guy can skate and he's 6'9".
He's basically a Martian. Zdeno Chara's an alien.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the guy.
Well, I know, but I mean, he's obviously he's 6'9", so he can stand up in front of a net and go like this and block a guy.
They're aliens too.
Yeah. Oh, it's
no offense, Vancouver fans.
it's complete ridiculousness what American sports television has got to. If the NHL wants to grow their game, how they always say they want to grow their game, instead of moving to non-market NHL cities like Arizona or Sunrise, Florida, get a contract with ESPN, have them play your hockey games on TV, and pay extra and get their sports talk shows to talk about hockey. And shove it down our throats the way American media shoves the NBA down our throats. That's the only way you're going to grow the sport in the States, is because American media shoves the sport down their throats. And that's all that they have.
Here's your stat on playing basketball among American males. If you're 7 feet or taller, 1 in 7 American males plays in the NBA. If you're 6'8" to 6'11", you have a 1 in 200 chance of playing in the NBA.
Yeah,
hey,
like
take those odds.
Well, exactly. Like all you have to do is have some dribbling capability.
Yeah. And be able to put your arms up and block a shot.
Shaq can't dribble.
No,
that's no. He couldn't shoot a free throw. It's uncontested, and he's going.
Yeah.
And he's one of the best basketball players of all time.
Yeah, he's 7 feet, 300 pounds, so that even adds his odds.
That's
So 1 in 2 probably.
I
you're 7 feet and 300 pounds, you're 1 in 3 to make the NBA.
Look, I'm not going to lie. I watched the fourth quarter of the Golden State San Antonio game last week or whatever because there was nothing else on it. I figured it'd be a good game. Turned out it was a blowout.
I remember that one, yeah.
The backup center for the San Antonio Spurs is just a lumbering buffoon. I don't even know his name. But watching him run down the court and thinking he gets paid millions of dollars to barely be able to move down the court. That's why basketball's a joke. And that's why we won't talk about anything major basketball except for to just diss the sport completely.
I agree. There's a few basketball players that are actually athletes, but
yeah, I'm not saying LeBron James can't move. Like the guy,
he could probably play football if he wanted. There was talks about him playing tight end there a few years ago.
And
he probably could, right?
Let's put Michael Jordan playing baseball.
That'd work for anybody.
Yes. Where you put a guy like Deion Sanders or Bo Jackson, dual sport athletes.
You could argue that NFL offensive linemen are not athletic, but they gotta have quick feet. You gotta be able to move and be able to block the guy coming at you. So. As far as dud athletes and fake athletes, NBA or basketball players are probably definitely the worst.
It always amazes me to see like 40-yard dash times and stuff of linemen.
Those
guys are fast.
There's no way I could run that fast.
No, they beat all of us in a race, and they're 200 pounds more.
Thank you for tuning in, and
good show, guys.
Yeah, good show. Adios, motherfuckers.
Why do you have chew spit? I'm not choosing your chew spit.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Peace out.